Shalom and good day all. This is Tehillim29 back again for Super Sons Fortress of Attitude. And in the Super Sons Fortress of Attitude, this comic review will be Superboy, Son of Kal-El, issue 13 by One Trick Pony, Disney Princess Tom Taylor. And of course, he thinks he's a great, incredible writer. Well, this time he's got a bit of a guest co-writer with him this time. And I must admit, I think the guest co-writer can actually do a little bit better than what he can. So, first things first, moving into the area of the covers. And as you can see here, I've got 3 covers. And this will be cover 1, this will be cover 2, and this will be cover 3 in their rating. So for cover 1, I gave a 7.5 out of 10. I think it's probably one of the best ones that are here. For cover 2, I gave a 7, and for cover 3, I gave a 7. Alright, I'll now get things fixed up so we can, so I can move on to the area of the internal art, as well as covering some of the things that are happening story-wise. So, jumping into the beginning of the story, there's a bit of a conversation which happens between the villain Jay Nakamura and, of course, John Samuel Kent, or this fake imposter John Samuel Kent. And, of course, he finally takes him to, well, the most protected place. I'm sorry, he shouldn't be there. You're being manipulated. And as we move into who's in the story, of course we have the appearance of Dreamer. And I must admit, I don't mind some of the stuff that's written here with Dreamer, because you have actually got the co-creator or the co-writer who actually plays her character. And if it's one thing that I've sort of noticed in her interview and that, is that she actually feels like someone who gives a shit on really good storytelling. Unlike Tom Taylor, where his head is so far up his butt that he thinks the sun shines out of it. And with some of the things that we see here in relation to some of the dream content that she shows them, and guess who's all responsible for this? Of course we see Bendix, but Bendix isn't the one that caused this BS. And as we go a bit further into the story, we see another conversation come up between both Jay and John, and we get to see the real a-hole that Jay Nakamura is. He's used him, he's manipulated him all from the beginning, and now he's saying, oh, only the Gamorreans can stand up against Bendix. So all this time, he's been selfishly using this John Kent for his own means, and that means his love is all a sham. Just like Tom Taylor's love for Superboy is also a sham, especially John Samuel Kent. So for the internal art, I gave it a 7 out of 10. Now it's time to move into the area of the story rating. Now, first things first, did we get any comic references? You know what? We actually did. But how's that going to affect the story rating? We'll soon find out soon enough. So, in it we got a comic reference to the Legion of Superheroes, the Bendis run, which also gave us another terrible another terrible John Kent story run. In the area of time, we got Days Later, but this was only shown in dream content. The locations that we got to see in this story were the Fortress of Solitude, Gotham, and last but not least, Gomorrah. The cast of characters consisting of Superboy, Jay the villain Nakamura, and Niao, who is also Dreamer. We also got to see members of the Bat family who made an appearance, as well as the Justice League, but they were only in the Dream format. So the overall story rating I gave this was a 6.5 out of 10. We'll see you again at Super Sun's Fortress of Attitude. And please pay attention in the next upcoming weeks, because there's going to be some Super Sons related content that will be showing on the channel, which will be separated from, say, the Son of Kal-El run and also the Robin run, and eventually separate from the Batman vs. Robin run by Mark Waid. So pay attention. Some of it might be set to premiere, but I do tell you this, even if it might be set to premiere or not premiere, watch it to help get the hours up on the channel. And if you happen to be a Super Sons reader, fan, who also enjoys the content on the channel and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, as I'm on the road to 250 plus subscribers, and eventually I want to push to 500 plus subscribers. Until then, we'll see you again at Super Sun's Fortress of Attitude.